What's up, HELLRAISERS? Welcome back to yet again another book review. And we are now reviewing David Sodergren, The Haar. What is it? The Haar? The Hell? The Hell? I think you start a thumbnail, you can see it right here. But yeah, I just finished this book last night. 220 pages, a very fast read. Love that. But yes, I have a lot of thoughts about this book, and David has done some things that I never thought was possible, from me reading the book. And we're going to talk about it. But before we get into all the good, the bad, and the ugly, let me give a little bit of plot of what this book is about. This book tells a story about this 80-year-old woman who refused to move out of her house because this stupid rich guy named Patrick Grant wants to buy her land so he can turn it into a golf area for him and his rich friend. And the 80-year-old woman named Margaret is not letting that happen. And she says to Patrick Grant, "You're going to have to kill me to get me out of here." And let's just say things turned bizarre when this mysterious fall rolls in. And what this fall brings is this mysterious creature that seems to have grown closer and closer to Margaret, the 80-year-old woman. That is a very interesting plot. And I'm telling you, I put a lot of effort in that plot. So go pick this book up on Amazon for $11. And I promise you, that plot already sold you. You're welcome. So to kick things off with my first pro, I'm diving right into this. I love the pacing of the story and beautifully well written. Once again, just like Maggie's Grave, David executes his writing absolute flawlessly. And I could not think of a better way to read the second book that I chose from him is The Haar. Is the fact that I love what David has done here. Anybody could have taken a premise like this and dropped the ball, but not David. He picked that ball up and he threw a fastball every single time and you get striked out because the direction this story takes, you will never see coming. There's so many moments where you would think you know what's about to happen on the next page turn, and then David goes, wrong. And I love that, because every page that I turn, I thought I knew something, and he pulled the rug from underneath my feet. And I love when a writer can do that, and only a good writer can do that. Only a good writer can do it. And another pro for me would have to be, I love the characters. Particularly the 80-year-old woman named Margaret and another character named Arthur. Margaret is a very strong, likable, independent 80-year-old woman who stopped at nothing. Despite the fact that she's 80 years old, she is the toughest SOB I have ever read in a book. And that, my friend, says a lot. And Maggie is not Maggie. Still thinking about Maggie's Grave. But Margaret is one of those characters where you can't help but to, have sympathy for. Right from the very opening of the book and throughout the entire book, you like, she's the sweetest old lady I've ever read. Like, she is so cute and so innocent, to say the least. But now, don't get it wrong, she does got a lot of skeletons in her closet and she's been through hell. And now it's like, you can't help but to have the strong sympathy for her. And another pro for me would have to be, this book is graphic. It's very, very graphic. This creature that comes among this fall, David did a fantastic job describing what this thing looks like. We'll talk more on that later. But so graphic that the kill, David's choice of words is absolute brilliant. I love his choice of words. He explains things almost like you can see it, like you're visualizing it. It's almost like it's right in your face. And I love that. And like I said before, I said again, only certain writers can do that. A good writer can do that. It's almost like you want to look away too. You want to close the book and say, okay, I can't read this. But you can't. Like, you want more of it. Another pro, I would have to say, very fast paced. 220 pages. Man, yes, sign me up. I love that because sometimes a book can drag your patience and how long it is, and every page you turn, it feel like you're not making any progress. But with the heart, I never felt that. Like, I felt like I was reading, and I felt like each page I turned, I got closer to the ending. And next thing I know, I turned like 3 more pages, and bam, I'm right at the end of the book. And I'm like, dang it, I should have slowed down when I had the chance. And another pro for me will have to be, and this is the part where I said David had done some things to me I've never thought was possible. David made me care about romance. Now, if you don't know, I'm not a romantic type of guy. I don't read romantic novels. They don't work for me. It's not my cup of tea. Nope. Not my cup of tea. So, yeah. But David made me care. He made me care about the romance between Margaret and minor spoiler, but it's not really much of a spoiler. I mean, it's on the cover. But between Margaret and this mysterious creature. And so, I'm like, I don't care about romance. But somehow, some way, David made me care. And that is a very powerful writer. When you can make a person like myself don't care nothing about romance, and you can make me care. And my final pro will have to be is I do like how he described the creature. I'm not going to give away nothing about the creature, but I would say if you start the cover, pretty much come up with something in your head, and I'm pretty sure you almost will be spot on. Because I want you to experience this on your own, and you get that shock that I had when I read how horrific this character looked. So now we're about to lean into why I give this book a 4 star. So that is the rating. I give the book a 4 star because I would say that the ending wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It just, I felt like the ending dragged longer than it should have because there was like another section of the book that we had to read. And David dedicated this book to his late grandmother, who he said that he kind of got a lot of inspiration from for Margaret in the book. I love that. That is very sweet of him. But I feel like I can't spoil nothing. He should have wrote a little bit part of that, because there's a part of the book where I feel like he said too much. And it's like it made Margaret become less interested as a character for me. So it would have been an easily 5 star if he would have just kept that mysterious about her, but still said that he took inspiration from his grandmother for Margaret. He still have that there, but don't give away too much. I love a good mysterious thing about a character. But you know what? My overall thought is that The Heart is a awesome read, 220 pages. You can probably read this in one sitting, depending on if you're a fast reader. I'm not that fast. But yeah, that's my review of this book, because I don't want to spoil nothing. But if you want to get in touch with your boy, social media link will always be in the description down below. And I hope you catch me HELLRAISERS in my next video. But before I let you go, make sure you consider dropping a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that bell notification so that when I drop another lit video for the channel, you'll be the first one to get it.